more stories. So I finally got my learner's permit. Now I was ready to go out on the road. So before I even went out on the road with my teacher, Milkman let me take one of his trucks out, just going around a block. So, I mean, it's a really super industrial area, and there were some big roads that I was on, but it's pretty mellow out there. And he took out a truck with a trailer, and we just drove around this block. And I swear, I got around the block once, and I was in full tears. I was bawling. I don't know, I can't remember what had gone wrong, but I couldn't get the truck going. I was so scared. I wasn't sure if I was going to make the right turn. I was just so stressed out. I just remember the tears were really flowing. But it was good because then the next time I was ready for my driving school with my instructor, I got out there on the road and I did a lot better. I didn't cry in front of my instructor.